Good evening, my beautiful collective. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What the fuck's up, collective? You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, yo. This is in continuation of, you had to pay to play with this person. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is kind of interesting. What happens when you're dealing with someone that you pay to play with and you knock them up? I think some gigolo done knocked up one of his clients, and now someone's getting some child support. Someone could be taking somebody to court for child support. What do y'all think of that? I mean, it could be a woman, right? It's DNA at the end of the day, right? And y'all, it's kind of, what do you want to say? Karma, right? If they were making money off of this person performing services, this person might have had ulterior plans to get more off of them, right? 18 years of child support, insurance. Someone's business plan failed. Woo! Clarified by spirit there. Someone's business plan failed, y'all. 8 of Wands in reverse. No communication. 8 of Wands in reverse. No movement forward with the Magician here. Okay, someone's working on a plan with the 6 of Wands. Okay. 8 of Wands. Okay, what's between this? The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Cups, 5-5, expect the unexpected. So, with the Hermit in reverse. Yeah. The 8 of Wands in reverse. If someone was basically just like manipulating somebody, right? Wanting to spend time with them, but every time they showed up, they were wanting a payout, right? It's kind of this Magician energy. Let me rock your world, right? Well, someone hit a home run. Okay. You gotta kind of know if this is your reading, because I keep hearing less than 4 show them the door. So someone's not really packing a punch. But boy, they hit the target. Someone's definitely gonna get some victory in that, right? Just another one of them things you got to watch out for, and you go sleeping around with somebody. Even if you paid for it. Everyone can look up someone's fucking status and see where the hell they're coming from, right? Someone's got a good job, good life, got some money. 5 of Pentacles in reverse with the 5 of Cups in reverse. Someone just figured out a plan to maybe pull themselves up out of where the hell they're at. With the Magician energy there, that's kind of like manipulator type energy, right? The Hermit in reverse, if this hasn't happened yet, it could be happening, or y'all could be hearing about it. Some of y'all, this could play out, in the public eye, right? It's all about DNA at the end of the day, right? Someone's side hustle done caught the fuck up with them. Because we got the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Swords with the 2 of Swords right here. So someone is definitely having a battle, having a struggle. They're stuck. They can't get away from a situation. The 6 of Swords in reverse with the 2 of Swords there in the upright. 2 of Wands there and the 2 of Swords, 22. So this is definitely a life lesson. 22 and 55. Yep, because look, there's the Tower. What seemed like a good idea, someone didn't think it through, right? Some of these motherfuckers be out here raw dogging y'all, not thinking about shit, because this whole damn thing caused the Tower moment. This person could have kids and a whole nother life with somebody else, right? 6 of Cups here at the Page of Pentacles, so they did something to make some money. Manipulation. It's manipulator energy, right? Ooh. Oh, there's balance coming into this situation, right? DNA don't lie, y'all. You see that 10 of Cups, right? Karma being brought to a situation. We all know you're responsible for your offspring, right? Both from a financial standpoint, but also from a moral standpoint. So this is teaching someone a moral lesson, right? Are you going to take care of your child or not? And, what are you willing to do for money at the end of the day? Six of Cups, this could be someone coming back around to somebody or somebody finding out some news. With the Justice card there, that could be, DNA don't lie, y'all. It's in the DNA. Especially when it comes to mom and dad, right? Relationships. It's in the DNA. There's no getting around that. But y'all, what do you think from a moral dilemma? What do you all think? This just seems like karma, right? If someone was used to manipulating people to get money in a certain way, and, someone figured out how to use that against them, 18 years of child support, insurance, and all that stuff, which is rightfully owed your child, probably have a lot more than what they got for services rendered, you think? Yeah, Nine of Cups in reverse. Something didn't turn out to be the happily ever after someone thought. Yeah, King of Wands. So someone's having to sit their ass down. Oh, Queen of Pentacles here. Judgment in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. We got the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Oh, yeah. This is someone's past coming back to bite them in the ass. This is like working energy, though. This is someone that knew what they were doing. They were manipulating people for money. They were doing some fuck shit for some money. Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Judgment card. Someone was definitely doing something for money. There ain't no getting around that shit. The Chariot in reverse, that's all been stopped, though. Spirit has halted somebody because we got this Queen of Wands energy. That would be, we'd say the other person, but if someone was doing this for a fucking living, right, this is just their client. That Queen of Wands in reverse is just client energy. So we could have the client here, the one that supplied the product, and then we got, if they were with somebody, we got that energy up here as well. Judgment coming in, Knight of Swords to the Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Someone ain't worried about something. That Queen of Cups right there is living a good life. She got options now. Maybe someone's going to try to settle something, to come to terms or come to agreement in a situation. If there is a couple that was kind of just pay to play for everybody, and now, DNA comes out, you got that Queen of Wands energy, which is just like the other person. I think in this situation, someone ain't liking this person because she called somebody out. DNA, man. DNA don't lie. Someone's looking at a good, comfortable life here. Queen of Cups. Is she a Queen of Cups? What do you all think? What do you all think of that situation? That's like a moral dilemma, but it's also like someone's fucking karma at the end of the fucking day. Right? They provided a service. But you know what? There you go. That's what it comes down to. You can have sex all you want to. If you don't want a kid, then fucking use a rubber. You don't want a child from something, there you go. You want some fuck shit, use protection. Because DNA don't fucking lie. Right? What you were getting out of it at the beginning, you might have thought you were getting ahead. But, 18 years of child support, providing insurance. If you're in this child's life, there you go. You got gifts and all that stuff. Queen of Pentacles here in reverse. If someone was in a relationship or had a partnership, could have even been a working partnership, guys. It could have been energies that they were just on some fuck shit. That's how they maybe made some extra money. Maybe it was a fetish. They just figured out how they could make some extra money. But someone would definitely selling some services. But they're going to be paying out more than what the fuck they ever got in return. Queen of Cups, though, with that Two of Pentacles and that Knight of Swords. Yeah, someone here has the upper hand, right? The person who was taken advantage of at the beginning, they're going to have the upper hand in this. This Knight of Swords energy could be someone coming in trying to take care of a situation. This is karma. If you're going to do fuck shit like that, you best be worried about whether you're going to knock somebody the fuck up. So, you can't really feel sorry for this, right? If you're raw dogging, if you're a male or female, whatever the fuck, you are, if you out there raw dogging, Knight of Pentacles here with the Ace of Wands, set your ass down, because whatever comes of that, you're going to be responsible for. Yeah, the Hierophant. This is, a moral dilemma. Now what do you do? How you get out of that? Y'all, I tell you. The Sun card here, this is like illumination coming in. What someone thought was going to be a perfect way out. They thought was going to be a, this is the way to go. This is the way to go, right? Ooh. What do you guys think of that? It's DNA at the end of the day, right? I don't care if it is profession. That'd be one hell of a freaking argument to throw up, wouldn't it? I guess if you get into something like that, an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, to cover your ass, what do you all think? Someone's getting some karma for their shit, but they were making money off of it from the get-go. Three of Wands in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's waiting to find out how much something's going to cost them. Seven of Pentacles right there, right? It's almost that energy of someone getting lured into something. They hear about a plan or hear about an idea, and they think, that might help get me some more money. That might help me figure out a way to better myself, right? But they didn't really look at the full consequences of it. We talk about, like that karma. And if someone was playing with someone who was manipulative as they were and tried to set them up with the child, maybe someone figured out that'd be how they'd get this person, right? DNA don't lie. We talk about occupational hazards, right? I think that'd fallen under that, right? Your PPE is your fucking birth control. What are you using? Sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, someone's had to sit their ass down because they realized, oh shit. Really? Five of Swords. They ain't happy now. How much did you get? Because you're going to be paying out a hell of a lot more. Oh yeah, look at that card in the back, right? That person's down there crying and boo-hooing and shit, right? DNA don't lie. DNA don't lie. Four Wands. This could have been a setting, guys and gals. Like someone that just, people that had an idea. Because look, he's holding that freaking little branch up, little plant up. Like, hey, I got an idea that could bring us in some abundance. I got an idea that could help us out. What do you think? Ten of Wands in reverse. Didn't quite go the way they thought. They didn't think it all through. But who would? What do you all think about that? Someone knocks up a fucking, someone who's pay to play. Right? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's a loss with the Page of Swords because someone's looking. You know? Someone's looking. Someone's got abundance. And someone's like, how can I get a hold of that? DNA don't lie, though, does it? Seven of Swords. It's deceptive as fuck. I'm not saying I agree with it, y'all. But you know what? At the end of the fucking day, right? You want some fuck shit. What's the price to pay? It all comes down to DNA at the end of the day. There ain't no getting around that, right? The Fool, yeah, someone, you know what I was wanting to say is that's like someone's Nova ring there. Someone should have been thinking about fucking birth control when they got into some shit. Yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse. Someone could definitely have a very, Queen of Swords in reverse with the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this could be someone taken up for the child. You know, children are guaranteed certain things, right? It's all about DNA at the end of the day. There ain't no getting around that shit. Woo, Temperance in reverse. Someone should have set their ass down and thought about a plan before they did it. Now there's some regrets. Four Swords in reverse. They can't get out of it. The resolution, right? What's the resolution? You're taking care of a child. Four Pentacles in reverse. You lost out. You're going to have to pay the fuck up. Occupational hazard for some. You know, I mean, what the hell with this energy? It is what the fuck it is. You know, there's PPE in every fucking job that you do. I'd seen a comment, someone talking about, you know, the spiritual attacks. Y'all, I don't care what line of work you do. You have to be able to take care of yourself. It comes with certain things. You know, if you're going to be out there playing with people for money, what's your role in that? What can you be held accountable for? Y'all, even with diseases and shit, right? They track that stuff. So anyone's fuck shit. Someone might have got a little bit of money out, but I don't know. You all put in the comments what you think about that. Because I'm not feeling a negative energy. I just think someone's great idea done blew the fuck up in their face, right? If it was a manipulative energy, well, they found out, you know, they should have been using some PPE, personal protective equipment, right? Because I think someone kind of got the bright idea. Maybe someone gave them that idea. Hey, I know you can make a little bit of money to get yourself a little bit of a boost. So someone started something on some fuck shit energy, but they did not think it through. Yeah, now there's Knight of Wands energy. They've had to set their ass down because, uh-oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that happening. How? What do you all think? It seems to me it wouldn't matter what the hell their occupation was, right? At the end of the day, you're responsible for your own birth control. Four of Wands here in the upright with the Ten of Wands, especially if someone was already in a relationship, which could pose a problem, right? Going to be kind of hard to explain. Especially if someone had the bright idea. This could be, you know, people working together, y'all. There's a lot of shit out there you got to watch, right? When people try to get in and get some bright ideas on how to make some fucking money. And we're not judging nobody's occupation, okay? This is a moral dilemma. What the hell is it, right? Unless you had this person sign an NDA before you did it, right? Whatever the hell's done is done. But what have you got going on? Because someone could see. Especially social media nowadays, right? They can look and see the abundance that somebody's got and want to go in there and get it. For some of you, this isn't your story right now. This is something you maybe want to think about, okay? If this is kind of the energy that you deal with, right? If you're single and, you don't mind situations like this, but think about the consequences, right? You might avoid relationships thinking that you wouldn't have to deal with that, but, a working boy or girl, they still got they still got rights, y'all. It is what the fuck it is, right? We're all responsible for our actions, especially when it comes to birth control. Especially men out there, don't trust a woman if she says she's fixed or she's on a pill. You want to be raw dogging that shit, you best be prepared for a child. That's just being irresponsible. What's some deception here? I'm not saying this situation is right, y'all, but something definitely come back to bite somebody in the ass. But if someone was using somebody to get something, right? Occupational hazard, guys and gals, PPE, what's going on? You got to be aware of yourself. If you out there just raw dogging anything and everything, you're setting yourself up not only for diseases, but for some science to come into play. And DNA don't lie, y'all. DNA don't lie. And DNA, Four of Pentacles there. DNA, if there's money involved, that puts that child up there with like family money. Anything along that lines. If it's blood related, right? Especially if someone has some shit. Well, now you got a child. You got a child in the mix. So that child. So, it's not like this is a situation that can go swept underneath the fucking rug, right? Because now a child has a stake in the bloodline, in the family, right? But when you're on some fuck shit, I think someone got the bright idea. Someone got the bright idea to get ahead of themselves. But they did not think it the fuck through. Because what little they gained from it gonna cost them in the end. Which is only right. Because we are all responsible for our own fucking birth control at the end of the fucking day. Now someone's all up in their shit because they can't sweep this away, right? They have to address this. One way, shape, or another. But there's a moral dilemma that comes with this as well, right? So, okay, if you take care of the financial bit, what's the moral dilemma? So someone's freaking ancestors could be giving them some shit. Hey, we don't care how you had the kid, you had the fucking child. So that child shouldn't suffer because you make shitty fucking decisions, right? This is someone's karma coming full circle because they thought they were getting something to get ahead, but in the end, it's going to cost them at least 18 years of child support, insurance, providing, not including any moral aspects of it, which, yes, there would be judgment on that. Spirit don't care what the situation was. It's still your child. What do you all think? This is kind of karma, right? You do shit for money and there you go. There's always a PPE, y'all. You always got to have your protection up on something. You always got to be aware of what the fuck's going on around you. You just can't be out here fucking anything and everybody, not being safe, and then be surprised when shit happens. Because whatever this person gained on their fuck shit to try to get ahead, it's going to cost them in the end. But this comes down to the moral dilemma as well. You know how babies are fucking made. So it was up to you to do the right thing to begin with. You didn't protect yourself. You didn't take the necessary precautions. Boom, here you go. How you gonna deal with it? Let's throw a Jesus card on this. Because you know what? For some of y'all, this is someone's freaking life lesson. They had to learn it the hard way. If that's what you want to do, there's consequences for it, right? You want to be in that, y'all, be free sexually all you want to be, right? But there are consequences for it. You got to be responsible. You got to be able to sit down and have that conversation as well. Ace of Cups in reverse. This wasn't done out of love, right? Sometimes it's just a transaction. Pay to play, y'all. Justice here with the Two of Wands and the Sun card. The Two of Wands showing up again, the Sun card, and Justice. Yeah, we had Justice. Justice was up at the beginning of the spread. It is what it is. Morally, financially, whatever the hell you got going on here. It is what it is. We all got to have our PPE up. Balance coming into a situation. But yeah, it has stopped somebody in their track because now they got a decision to make. The Sun, things coming to light, situations being resolved. Look at them two little sweet little babies, angels right there. You can't blame the child for that. The child ain't got nothing to do with shit. You hear Jackie? Even she agrees. Even Jackie agrees. Yeah, the High Priestess, the Devil in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're free to choose, but you're not free from the consequences of your choices. That High Priestess and the Devil energy. This is when you don't look at the flip side of what the fuck you do. The PPE side of it, right? Any of y'all that spend time in a place of business that teaches you the basics, maybe once a year they have to give you certain training so you know not to do something stupid and lose a hand or an eye or hurt yourself, how to properly lift. I don't care what occupation you get into, there's always some kind of PPE you got to use, right? Knight of Pentacles. This has brought stagnation to somebody. This is, you'll notice that Knight of Pentacles energy, right? You got kind of the devilish angel there and the angelic. This is like the devil on one shoulder and God on the other, right? Someone got a decision to make. What are they going to do? They got that shield up, but really it's too late now for protection. So, you're sitting in the emergency room with, shrapnel on you or, something in your eye because you wasn't wearing your freaking eye protective equipment. And there you go. So, someone's stuck. The PPE didn't work or they neglected to use it. So now it's like, well, fuck. You ain't got no one to blame but yourself, especially when, you were given all the PPE that you needed. You knew what the hell you should have been doing to protect yourself. X1, X1, X. 10, 10, 10, 11, 11. This is someone life lesson. Only no one was hurt in this situation. There was a blessing brought to it. There was a blessing brought to it. Okay? Now, whether you see it as a blessing or not, God sees it as a blessing. Someone sees it as a blessing, but someone wasn't using their PPE. They weren't acting out of love. We shouldn't still be having to have these fucking conversations, right? That's the one thing they don't stress enough. You're free to choose, but you're not free from the consequences of your choices. You're free to fuck around, but if you raw dogging anything or not using protection, don't be surprised when a baby gets born. Right? What the fuck? Collective. That's not a negative reading. This could seriously be someone's legit situation. For some of you, out of someone's situation, maybe you could learn something, right? If you want to go out there and do your shit, you're fine. But you always got to keep that PPE up, damn it. Your personal protection. Because everything has a kind of like the safety manual, right? MSDS sheets. If you know, for some of you, maybe this is giving you a whole nother idea. If you're thinking about getting into a certain line of work, a certain type of business, right? That you might not think about. That is when you think about it. You know, but it's, as far as science goes, DNA don't lie, right? Doesn't matter what profession you had, the DNA don't fucking lie on that. You know? PPE, y'all. We all got it. What do you all think at the bottom? But I feel like it's a moral dilemma, but it's also, you know, someone made a choice. And it kind of all comes down. Okay, if you can be financially responsible, but then you got the moral aspect of it. Are you going to be a part of this child's life? It don't matter how it was conceived. Are you going to be a part of your child's life? And then that could get the ancestors in there saying, what the fuck? That child shouldn't be held responsible for your fuck shit. No one left you out in the cold. It is the bloodline, right? People don't think about that. It is your bloodline, how you treat your bloodline. There are definitely consequences for that. It's a positive message. It's a positive message because, you know, it is what the fuck it is, right? Someone didn't think something through all the way. Someone was looking at, this is when you go into something and you're just looking at maybe the initial reward, right? And, you know, there's a lot of shit out there someone can get themselves caught up into if they're not fucking careful. There's a lot of easy ways to make money. If you're not smart and know how to navigate that, there's also the repercussions for it, right? Kind of everything has an occupational hazard, guys and gals. That's why in most instances there are safety people that are hired to kind of help people navigate the area or the field of work that they are in. That's why you have the smart people that do the risk assessments that say this is what you should have in place to help protect you in any type of occupation. It's not a negative. It's an interesting turn of events that someone wasn't really thinking about. But I don't know, y'all. That's actually kind of did a quandary. What do you do? If a lady of the night gets knocked up and she happens to know who the daddy is, I mean, does she really have claim to stake on that? Seems to me the DNA just says it all, right? What do you all think? Someone's definitely getting a fucking lesson. Someone's definitely getting a lesson. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling. And it's one of them lessons. You're gonna get educated about something, but then there's like that moral dilemma. So this is gonna shape someone up pretty damn quick. This is gonna make someone think. Okay, this was kind of the occupational hazard. But, you know, this is what come of it. So morally, what are you going to do? Morally, what are you obliged to do? That's interesting. Peace, love, and light, collective.